Welcome to the Team Ottawa podcast. I'm Sam LaPrade. I'm here with Mayor Mark Sutcliffe.
Hello, Sam.
It's wonderful to be here.
Great to see you.
There's a big birthday happening, 200 years, not you, of course, Mayor, but the city of Ottawa.
Yes, we're very excited about Ottawa 200. I hear from people who have seen the signs all over the city, and now the winter is behind us. Throughout the spring, summer, and fall, there are going to be a number of different events where we're going to celebrate Ottawa's 200th birthday. And I recently had the opportunity to announce $600,000 in funding from the City of Ottawa and our partners to support some of the community events and some of the artists and producers who are going to put on events to celebrate Ottawa's 200th birthday. So we have a couple of big events that we're going to host, including at Blues Fest, their special day of programming, highlighted by the Guess Who are going to be performing on July 19th. And then we also have a family event that's going to take place at Ottawa City Hall on September 26th. We're looking forward to those. But beyond that, there's a whole bunch of people in the community who are organizing their own Ottawa 200 events, and we're supporting them. We're supporting the BIAs and the festivals and the event organizers who want to put on their own Ottawa 200 events. And there's a long list of events that we're supporting and artists and producers that we're supporting to celebrate our history, which of course dates well back beyond 200 years to when Indigenous communities were on this land. And also, you know, there's a long Francophone history. There's the whole history of the building of the Rideau Canal. So we have a very, very rich, diverse history. And we're going to celebrate that over the course of the year in so many different ways.
I cannot wait. Stittsville is obviously a booming area. Growing so fast. Every time I drive around, I'm like, oh my heavens, I didn't know that was happening. Yeah. And there is something very exciting happening in terms of health.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. If you go back to 2022, when I was running for mayor, I was knocking on doors, and the number one issue or number two issue that people raised was not being able to find a family doctor. That's not actually a municipal issue. Healthcare is a provincial responsibility, but we have a primary care action plan that we've launched at the City of Ottawa to support the work of other levels of government, because it's just so vitally important that everybody has access to a family doctor. So we're doing what we can to attract and retain family doctors, nurse practitioners, and other medical professionals to Ottawa. We have a new primary care ambassador who has started on the job. We're working with partners at the universities and in the community to build more infrastructure that will support family doctors in our city. And this hub in Stittsville is an exciting opportunity and a great example of the model that will allow us to move forward and create more spaces where medical clinics and family doctors and nurse practitioners can set up and serve the community. So this is going to serve hundreds and hundreds of patients, and it's going to be a model that I hope we can replicate in other parts of the city as well. But for the people of Stittsville, they're now going to have access to more primary care, which is what they need.
Wonderful. Great to hear. I was in the Byward Market recently, and I saw this lady, and she had this big badge on, looked a little bit lost, and I thought, I think she's a visitor. And she was here with an international conference, and we're attracting a lot of those, Mayor.
Yeah, the team at Ottawa Tourism is doing a great job. We're bringing more and more international events to our city, which is great for the local economy. It shows off our city. When people come here for a conference, they often come back and bring their family as tourists because they love the city so much when they're here. I'll give you an example. This might have been the conference that you're referring to, but there's an organization called Associated Country Women of the World, ACWW. It's an organization representing people from dozens of different, I think it's 50 or 60 different countries. And it's rural women in agriculture who are part of this organization. It's almost 100 years old. I was part of the group with Ottawa Tourism that went to London 2 years ago on a mission to attract more events to Ottawa, and we met with ACWW and sold them on the idea of bringing their event to Ottawa. They move it around the world every year. They brought this event that they hold every 3 years to Ottawa. Hundreds and hundreds of people staying in hotels, shopping locally, eating locally, great for our local economy. But the other thing I really liked about this is the fact that it really gives us an opportunity to highlight the rural culture of Ottawa. As I remind people all the time, Ottawa is not just our downtown and the Parliament buildings and the Chateau Laurier. Ottawa is a vast, diverse city. 75% of our city is rural and agricultural. Think of villages like Richmond and Metcalfe and Navan and Sarsville. great local communities, rural agricultural villages, farms, agricultural businesses. So it gives us an opportunity to highlight that's a huge part of our city. We support the rural communities in Ottawa, and hosting this event is another way to showcase what we do here.
I love watching people come and being able to say, have you tried this? Have you had a beaver tail yet? I love it. It's
and
great.
Everybody who comes to our city is impressed by how beautiful it is, how clean it is. The Rideau Canal, the Ottawa River, they're blown away by how friendly the city is. I hear positive comments from visitors all the time, including at this conference.
100%. There was a very special event recently with the Ottawa firefighters. They held a really incredible evening talking about the bravery not only of firefighters but of civilians.
Yeah.
And we were there. It was a magical night.
It's incredible to see the heroism and the bravery and the examples of neighbors helping neighbors that are on display at this event. It's the Fire Chiefs Awards. Fire Chief Paul Hutt does this every year. We heard stories of people, a couple of young guys who went into a burning car and pulled somebody out, risking their own lives. It's funny. I was talking to the parents of both of those young men afterwards, and I was saying, if I were you, I'd be really, really proud of my son and also a little bit terrified.
Right.
And I might even be telling my son, maybe next time don't do that. I'm not discouraging people from being heroic, but just when it's your own kids and you see them risking their lives to help somebody else, you're worried about the safety of your own children. These kids were remarkable in what they did. So impressive. And that was just one example of, stories of firefighters saving lives, civilians who rose to the occasion. Absolutely incredible to see some of those stories and to award them with some really special prizes.
Yeah, it was a spectacular night. It really made me certainly very proud of Ottawa Fire Service.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Sam.
Mayor Mark Sutcliffe joining us for the Team Ottawa podcast.